What's up, nature freaks?
What's going on, guys? Today's episode is all about man-eating snakes. Do snakes actually eat people?
Yeah, it's time to separate the facts from fiction. Nature in your face!
Alright guys, this is my beautiful female reticulated python. Her name is Manitar, which is just a cute play on the word man-eater, because
So
these
cute.
snakes, they can grow to 20 feet, sometimes closer to 25 feet, and they have actually been known to kill and consume humans.
Yeah, so if there's any snake that could be considered a man-eating snake, it is this species right here, the reticulated python. You would think it would be the green anaconda, the biggest, heaviest snake in the world, but it's actually the longest snake in the world. Now, I know there's the movie Anaconda and then Anaconda 2. I think that ruined giant snakes for people, and they just pictured that anaconda being super fast, grabbing people, swallowing you really quick. I mean, that's not really a reality, but it does happen.
Yeah, and as big as the anaconda is, the Burmese python is another huge snake, the African rock python. The one that we really know for a fact that has indeed swallowed humans is the reticulated python, despite the fact that it is not bigger than an anaconda. It's not heavier than a Burmese python, but it is definitely a snake big enough to consume people. And it regularly will prey on things like deer, antelope, different species of hooved mammals in Southeast Asia where this snake is native to.
Yeah, now typically in the wild, they don't get gigantic. It depends on where you go. If there's a lot of people around, a bigger population,
Yeah.
they tend to stay a little bit smaller. But we're talking about snakes that are typically found out in the middle
Remote areas.
Yeah, remote areas in the middle of the jungle where they are seeing larger prey items. They can take them down and they can sit and digest these. That is the species of snake where they're going to see people as food.
That's right, yeah. And the reason the ones in the smaller cities do not grow as big is they just don't have the prey items. They don't have the area of land where these animals that they eat can get large. There's a lot of these animals that are hunted for food by the native people. But the ones in these remote places, they're able to eat things that are huge. And that goes for any animal, any reptile. Even the garter snakes around here are not huge because they don't have the mice and the other larger prey that they would normally have when we used to have a lot of the prairies around here. So.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're eating birds, bats, small lizards,
As opposed to little fish and stuff.
Right, you're staying thin. But then once you start taking down bigger mammals, you're going to get some weight on you. Now, another thing to point out, monkeys. Yeah, which, I mean, hey, if you look
Like
at
a small
humans,
child.
if you look at monkeys, we're just less hairy. All right.
One thing I want to
Dave
point out.
smells like a monkey, so that could be dangerous for him.
That's right.
What do you want to point out?
I want to point out that as big as this snake looks to you probably viewing this video, this is a fairly small python. This is only a 5-year-old snake. Now,
Species-wise.
Species-wise,
yeah.
That's correct. Now, when it hatched, it was only maybe 16 inches. And it's about 13 feet now, but picture this thing twice the girth and double the length. That is how huge this snake is getting. We'll talk about how a snake, even with the circumference of a neck and body this big, how it would be able to even think about swallowing something as large as a person.
Yeah, so now one of the, probably the most important things to point out is, and this is just, I mean, it's a fact, it's all about geography. So these snakes are found Southeast Asia. Guess where else Southeast Asia has the smallest people size-wise in the world? It has been documented. It has been documented. Dave's bigger than those people. And so the people that are getting eaten, they're like the size of, I mean, we're just like an smaller American teenager. Like a 12-year-old.
You know what?
Boy or girl.
I have a perfect thing. We'll throw a photo of this. Last year I was in the Philippines, and I met up with an indigenous tribe called the Aida people. It's spelled A-E-Y-T or something like that. It doesn't matter. But I looked like a giant. I'm 5'4". The man standing next to me and the villagers that were part of this tribe were all of at least 6 inches shorter than I was. I felt pretty good for the first time.
I'm actually not even standing up tall right now.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, so smaller people means easier to eat. And the people that do get consumed, they're not walking down the street just like, hey, John, what's going on? Dead!
Right.
All right? No. A lot of times, there was a guy who, he went for a hike out, remote village, into the jungle, went missing for a couple days. Bam, they found him later. in a giant snake. Now, even though the snakes get big, the stomach is still extremely distended with that human inside of them. Like, it's obvious that they ate something huge that they would not.
It's not even the shape of a snake anymore. It's literally and then
yeah, it's ridiculous. So that is still a human is still a really big meal. Now, obviously, a child would be easier, but children aren't venturing out into the remote jungle very often. So it's usually a smaller human being, unfortunately. But it does happen. These are the man-eating pythons.
And you might see a huge lump in this snake's belly. It's not a preschooler. That actually is, we regularly feed these things thawed rabbits. We don't feed them live food, but we feed them thawed rodents and rabbits. So this thing just ate a couple days ago. It's going to take another maybe 3 or 4 days for that lump to go away. But I mean, look at the size of that. I don't know how well it's showing on camera, but this is really small compared to this fat area here. Picture a human in a snake twice the size with a ridiculously sized lump, just like the one that you're seeing on this snake.
It'd be insane. And unlike other predatory animals that rip chunks or shred, if they were to eat a human, the snake swallows it completely whole. And then its digestive rate is actually really, really slow. We usually, if we're going to feed our big snakes, it's like once a month. And it takes them that whole time before they poop. So, people think, oh, that's not a lot of food to feed a snake. But it eats it, a month later, it passes it, and then it's ready to go. But if it eats an animal the size of a human, that could take months before it passes that and needs to eat again. So they cut these snakes open, and literally, it's a whole person just sitting there. It's very disturbing, but that's how they know that it ate a human being.
And you guys are probably wondering, how in the world would someone not see a snake like this? Even during the daytime, this snake is invisible. If you look at the pattern, it's got a lot of different light, dark. Obviously, that would help break up the the shade and the shadow and the light. We talk about that a lot, called the dappled effect. So these are sit and wait predators, and they also have a huge advantage. They have heat-sensing pits. This goes for all the primitive snakes, the boas, the pythons. They're these little triangular-shaped, almost like holes at the front of the mouth. Even in complete darkness, they can pick up the infrared heat, or I should say the heat coming off a warm-blooded animal and the cooler surrounding air temperature. So they can see you in dim or complete darkness, which humans can't. So you might walk right in front, maybe even step on this snake, waiting for you. They grab, they constrict, and that's how they kill. Like Jeremy mentioned, the teeth are designed for really gripping. They're not chewing teeth. But what really is how they can kill is with the constriction. They're very powerful constrictors. Once they get around your chest, especially one that's 20 feet or bigger, you have literally seconds or in a panic to try and remove this thing off you, which is impossible. All right, Jeremy, I want you to tell everybody about our really cool sponsor today and what they sent us and how ridiculous we look. And I think they're actually pretty cool.
All right, guys, check this out. Now, I believe the company is either Lina PX or we'll put the link down there. Check out these shirts. Now, we put our logo on the Hawaiian shirts.
You can see the logo real quick.
But it's normally meant for like faces. So instead of having the logo, you can have some dude or your face or your best friend's face or your wife's face or just someone you, I don't know, never even met, and you're like, hey, maybe I'll meet this guy's face. But anyway, they sent these shirts to us. They're awesome. They're actually very, very good quality.
And they're lightweight, and they're it's almost like a cooling material when you put them on.
It is that wicking material.
It's really nice.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not into Hawaiian shirts, I get it, but they're cool. I mean, I'd wear it on vacation. Yeah, we'll totally herp.
Oh, these are beach shirts completely. Heck yeah.
And you're going to sweat. It's going to dry really nice. Now, we have had shirts made before, and they print, on it. And as soon as you wash that thing, it starts peeling off. Yeah, no, this is not printed off. This is part of the material. It's epic. It is never going to get ruined. Here's the inside there. All right. And they button up. So, check them out if you guys want a really cool Hawaiian shirt. But either way, we are very appreciative of the shirt. Yeah, definitely. Chick magnet material? I don't know. Okay. Either way, quality shirts, really cool. It could be a gift for somebody. But you can just get the Hawaiian shirt, but you can customize it and get, it's meant for face. When you click an image, it has AI that crops your photo. So there are limits to what you can put on the shirt. We tried to do the logo without the circle, and the AI would crop it super weird. But once you had the circle, that's what it's looking for. Boom, it turned out perfect. So check them out.
Again, we'll put that link in the description so you guys know exactly how to order these shirts if you want to do so. But anyway, guys, so just to go over what we learned, we're talking about man-eating snakes, the reticulated python, basically the only snake known to eat people. I mean, you can go on YouTube and you could literally search python eats person, and there will be videos where you see people taken out of the belly of the beast, so to speak. But we work with them in captivity, and we find that they're amazing snakes. They're very intelligent. Why isn't this snake attacking us? It's just used to being held. It understands, even though we are mammals, even when this thing gets bigger, it's not going to view us as food.
This video is not meant to instill fear.
No.
It's kind of meant to reverse and tell you that there's really only one species that is eating people or capable of eating people, and that's found in remote jungles.
So if you don't live in the remote jungle,
we are pro
this video does not apply.
predator. We're pro predator. You know, we don't want you to fear giant snakes, sharks, whatever else, lions, animals like that. If you guys got anything out of this video, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a comment and hit the link to check out these shirts if you want to. They do have other stuff. So different prints you can throw on there. There's even some like cool 80s throwback shirts that have like boombox and stuff like that on there. But just let us know what you think about our new swag right there. Check the fit.
Like you said, these are. I'd wear this, but
we are wearing it right now.
How cool is this? Like a gift for that crazy uncle that you guys know. Just put his face on there and give it to him.
Yeah, Father's Day gift. You know, family reunions. That would be cool.
Yep. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for watching. We will see you guys on the next episode of Nature
in Your Face.